Hi students, Mr. John here. What I'll be doing today is having a lecture on overhead transformer hookup. As you can see, this is overhead transformer. This particular transformer is a 50 kVA. That's always indicated on the front of the transformers. Typically, because this is a display with the plexiglass showing the windings of the transformer insides, this number will usually be up around here somewhere. Also down here, you can't see another sticker that's indicating that this transformer is a non-PCB, which is very important to know, and we've talked about that already. Starting from the top, when you look at an overhead transformer, you have your bushings. These are your high side bushings. These are your low side bushings. High side bushing is considered the primary side. The low side bushings is the secondary side. So we'll have primary voltage coming in on the top, going through the windings inside the transformer, and actually hence the word transforming primary to secondary. You will have one of these bushings going to your switch, which I have right here, a drawing indicating the switch cutout, fuse cutout, and then the other will go down to your mainline neutral, which is right here. So this one will go here to your switch cutout. This one will come down here to your mainline neutral. On your low sides, you have readings of 120 volts, 120 volts, and together 240. And what I want to do is demonstrate using a voltmeter as to what that would look like when you're measuring the voltage. And on your transformer, you're only going to measure voltage on the low side of your transformer. So checking on your leads, right here is the neutral. This is a hot leg, 120, reading on your voltmeter, 120, reading on your voltmeter. Let's do this so you can see. So you got 120 reading on your voltmeter, 120 reading on voltmeter, and across here is going to be 240. Now you can read it here, or right here is where your secondary wire will be hooked up, which is indicating these lines here. That's 120 and that's 120. And in a minute I'll come over and draw all of this out for you as I'm discussing it here. So you can do your measurements down here as well. Another thing you need to know about your transformer is that it has your high side and your low side hookups, as well as a hookup for your pole ground, which this is considered a tank ground. You have here a bleeder for the pressure to be released off of the transformer tank. You want to make sure that anytime you're working around or with transformers is you bleed that pressure off. What you have on this particular one, all of them are not like this, but this is a tap change to change it from your primary voltage. In other words, on your high side, on the one that's going to your primary here, you will have on this tap change, you can change it from 7,200 volts to 14, 4 on the primary side. You will still get the same readings here, even with the tap change on your primaries, and that's indicating 3 phases, phase 1, 2, and 3 on your primary on the drawing here. Also on this, another important piece that you want to look for on your transformer is this is considered a data tag. The information that you will find on your data tag is, of course, the kVA size, the polarity, the weight, also the gallons of oil, of course, a serial number and a manufacturer's name, and the polarity of the transformer. So let's go back and review a little bit. High side bushing, low side bushing. This high side bushing will go to the bottom side of your switch cutout. This wire on second high side bushing will go down to your main line neutral. Here, this wire here, and go there. On your low side, the voltage reading 120, 120, 240 across both low side bushings. kVA size of the transformer, remember it's going to be typically located right in this area, along with the blue sticker indicating non-PCB. On the back side, tap change from your system voltage from 7,200 to 14.4. Pot ground, which will hook up to your pole ground coming off the pole. Remember I said this would come down to your mainline neutral. You have here a bleeder, tank bleeder to bleed the pressure off from the buildup. If you had to go inside this transformer, which you will have occasion to do so, on this particular transformer, this wing nut here is how you will be able to take the top off. Another important step when you are going to go inside the transformer, because depending on what makeups you're doing here, you would have to go in and change the windings, and that's how you get inside the transformer. Very important that you pull that bleeder before you take this top off, because it will be some pressure on it. Overall, 50 kV transformer for 7,200 system voltage or 14.4 system voltage. Measuring voltage on the low side, high side hookups. What I want you to mainly learn is this is your primary side, your high side is your primary side. Bushings here is your low side, which is your secondary side. Primary, secondary. What I'll do here, students, is just draw this out as I've gone through and pointed out where the hookups are on your high side, we're going to take this high side bushing, go to the bottom of your switch. This high side bushing goes down to your neutral, your main line neutral. This is the neutral, this is hot leg on your low side, secondary side of the transformer. After going through the windings as I demonstrated there, you come out 7200 volts in here, coming out 120 volts. You're going to make your hookup on your neutral there. Bring the other one to your hot leg out of your service. And the other one will go here. This is indicating this wire here, which is triplex, meaning 3. Bare wire is going to be your neutral. The 2 insulated wires is going to be your hot legs. So this is your neutral and your 2 hot legs. On your high side with your primary conductors, as we've done out in the field, building this T-hanger switch and arrestor assembly. This is where your fuse is. Your fuse cutout is here. This is your arrestor. This is indicating your pole ground. This, the bottom of the arrestor, as we've talked about in the field, will be hooked to your pole ground. And remember, building this switch, T-hanger, and arrestor, you always start from the switch side, go over to the arrestor, and then you hook up to your primary. This fuse barrel is open right now. It's ready to be energized. So once you energize here with your telescoping stick, that's bringing your voltage into your transformer, coming in on this side, like I said, going through, coming out 120, 120, together 240 volts. And like I said earlier, you can measure on your connectors here, or you can measure on your bushings themselves. Again, some things to remember. On your hookups, you're using your squeeze-ons, your H connectors here for the secondary wire coming together on your low sides here. And again, going back over your triplex wire, bare conductor is your neutral, insulated conductors are your hot legs, and they'll be hooked up coming from around the transformer in front of it to your low sides on your transformer. So there you have it. I didn't say at the beginning, but once you have viewed this and feel confident of taking the quiz, you do have a quiz on the overhead transformer installation.